to the Serve Pro First Responder Bowl between Memphis and Utah State. This game is at 3:15 Eastern on ESPN. Memphis is a 7-point favorite here, over under 61.5. This game will be played at Gerald Ford Stadium in Dallas, Texas. I can't really get a good read on Memphis this year. Got a bit unlucky in certain games. Utah State, meanwhile, early in the season, this team was just, they looked horrendous. Lost 35-7 at home to Weber State, then lose at home to UNLV. And then they kind of figured things out as the year progressed. You know, they did have that awful bad beat against Boise State to close the year, but they found a way to get to 6-6. Seems like a team that was trending up at the end of the year. So I do think that they'll care. Memphis, meanwhile, they didn't have their bowl last year. Hawaii pulled out. They were on the plane. Wasn't Memphis on the plane to Hawaii? And the day before, Hawaii pulled out. So maybe they'll be motivated in that sense. This is a tough game for me to figure out. What do you got?
This is Memphis all the way here for me. Ryan Silverfield's first game at Memphis within the 2020 regular season was against Arkansas State. No issues with Blake Anderson here. He won 37-24, and a team that I thought was much better than what the Utah State version is now. Calvin Tyler Jr. Declared for the NFL draft. That makes Utah State a one-dimensional offense. Backup Robert Briggs was out the last 2 games, season-ending shoulder surgery. So the next running back on the depth chart is Terrell Vaughn. 12 carries for 75 yards on the season. Utah State's not going to be, it's not going to be hard to figure out what they're doing offensively. Cooper Legas arm, 9 big time throws, 13 turnover worthy plays. And his final 2 games against San Jose State and Boise, he only had 2 big time throws. He had 8 turnover worthy plays. He was getting generally worse as the run game kind of eluded Utah State there. Memphis's defense finished 22nd in coverage. So if Utah State, if the only thing they can do is pass, they're throwing into one of the best coverage units graded by PFF. The Tigers are also top 35 in limiting explosives. There's just, like I said, there's no real path to see Utah State get consistent scores here. And then you have to ask, can the Aggies limit Seth Hennigan and his explosive passing attack? It may be a well-balanced offense, but they are definitely more lethal from throwing the ball. And I would say probably not. They rank 86th in coverage. They're 123rd against the explosive pass. Massive advantage for Memphis and penalties, third downs, special teams. This is all Tigers all the way back in Ryan Silverfield.